love is that it's not a floating hotel like some of the bigger cruise ships are, which, I mean, they're very nice too and they fulfill their purpose. But here people can come and actually go sailing. They can actually see the sails going up and they can feel the sailing, you know? And yeah, you might get seasick from time to time, but it's in a more classical way. It's not all modernized, and it's supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be like in the old days a little bit. And that's why I love this ship.
A big boat has cast anchor somewhere off the Croatian coast.
I myself, as a captain of the Royal Clipper, have the honor and pleasure to confirm here and now that those two persons, both dedicated and ambitious sailors, are exchanging those rings as a sign of truth and of love. I hope that you will come on board of Royal Clipper every year on September 22nd to celebrate this wedding vows. To celebrate, yes.
Salud. Okay, that's enough joking, Captain Sergei. The champagne is flowing like water, but it's almost 6 p.m. and the passengers of the biggest sailing ship in the world are waiting for the great maneuver. The sound of the background music is increasing gradually, indicating that the great adventure is about to begin.
It's good wind, eh? We can sail at least. The music is, you know, a lot of people like this music. They're crazy for this music. And of course for the sails also.
Within just a few minutes, 5,000 square meters of sails are unfurled. Our cruise passengers are about to time travel.
It's a lot nicer to be on a wooden boat rather than on these huge American boats, which are like floating cities. It's much more beautiful, isn't it? I've got goosebumps.
Total freedom. It's great. It's so calm.
It's a dream come true.
On the bridge of the Royal Clipper, Captain Sergei has taken off his formal uniform to change into something more comfortable.
Best moment of the day when we're leaving, as usual. Sails coming up with this music and sun is coming down, sunset. Yeah, it's something you see, you feel yourself when you're on open deck, very close with the Mother Nature. Yeah, really. It's something, yeah, very personal, yeah. I have universal license. I can be on any merchant ship, yeah, really. For me, it's not a problem, yeah. But you know, the point, of course, I like sailing. First of all, why I'm on board, I like sails, I like sailing, yeah. This one is the main idea. And of course, I feel myself also like not maybe what you say 100 years ago, like 500 years ago, like a Christopher Colon. I feel myself also sometimes like this, yeah. When you have sails up. What's changed? Nothing changed, yeah. It's only 500 years. What is it for Mother Nature? It's nothing, yeah. Attention all stations, all square sails out, all square sails.
On this luxury cruise, there are some Germans, Belgians, a few Frenchmen, and quite a lot of Americans, including this smiling Texan girl, Cynthia.
Well, we wait until the sails come down and the sea gets quiet and everything is smooth. Right? It's very relaxing. You know, you get to see beautiful scenery. Look at the sun. The sun's gone.
The man who had the idea of this new type of cruise is a Swedish ship owner, Michael Kraft. He designed this huge sailing ship based on the drawings of the Preußen, a German clipper built in 1902. Michael Kraft has always been fascinated by the life of deep-sea sailors, these brave crews who in the 19th century crossed Cape Horn and the Cape of Good Hope, come hell or high water.
Since my childhood, I've always been very interested in big wooden ships. My uncle was the last Swedish captain of a 4-masted merchant ship called the Albatross. I've always been interested in that kind of sailing ship. And of course, it was a lot of hard work to recreate it in a nostalgic way.
Nowadays on the Royal Clipper, no more hauling and pitching, but just enough physical activity to work off excess food and drink of the previous night.
Okay, a little bit faster.
It's true that on board it's hard to resist temptation. The meals are gigantic. There is an army of waiters, cooks, and wine stewards who are there to make sure that all your wishes are their commands. There are also 100 crew members, such as chambermaids, mechanics, masseurs, and fitness teachers. There is one crew member for every 2 passengers. The adventure of the Royal Clipper includes 12 days of an amazing cruise and 12 stops. After Venice and Hvar Island, Paul and Cynthia, the Texans on the Royal, are on their way to the old city of Dubrovnik.
Of our generation today, right? Yes, absolutely. Well, you know, you feel like you're the wealth. You feel like you are special. You're unique because you're taking a trip on such a beautiful ship.
What was most amazing to us when we left Croatia last night, all the sails were up, the lights were on the sails, and the entire shoreline was taking photographs, and you could see the flashes going off, like you were at some type of movie premiere. And they were taking flat camera shots from all the way on top of the mountain where the castles were. And it was an amazing sight to see how many people were taking pictures from ashore. So we were impressed by that, very much so.
We felt like celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Tom and Katie Cruise, that's what we felt like, right?
I just don't look like Tom Cruise.
At nearly 3,000 euros for the cruise, the passengers feel as if they're experiencing a thrilling trip. As people are coming and going, we sneak into the restricted areas with Josephine in order to see what it's like behind the scenes.
Can you explain us where we are now?
Now we're in my cabin, which I share with the head of spa and the nurse. It's not huge, but we have different schedules, so it's okay. Most of the time, we don't have to fight about the surface or about the shower or anything like that.
It's hard to film the crew.
Well, of course, because you're on this ship all the time, right? And as soon as you're in a passenger area, you have to, or you want to, you behave and you talk to new people all the time, and you have to just obey some of the rules, right? But when you're in the crew mess, you're in the cabin, that's when we're off. Like, that's our free time. That's for you when you go home and you're with your family. We go home and we go home to this, or we go home and we go to crew mess. So when somebody else comes in who's not supposed to be there, it's very like, okay, what's going on now? You know, should we go get our uniforms or anything like that?
There's no more time to chat. Captain Sergei just ordered the recall.
Out, all square sails out except main course.
It's nearly 6 o'clock. Sounds familiar. Just before the unfurling of the sails, Cynthia gets one last thrill. More than 20 meters above the waves.
Excellent. It was beautiful. Perfect. Quite impressive. Oh my God. You can see for miles. It's a car commercial that says something like, "If only my friends could see me now." Is that a car commercial?
This time, the Royal Clipper and its 42 sails are heading for Sicily, where there is a gale warning. But there's nothing to worry about. There's a rumor spreading among the passengers saying that a descendant of Christopher Columbus is at the helm.